Hey, what's up, y'all? And thank you for tuning into the Water Bearer podcast. If you have not already, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you like what you see and you are enjoying the episode. So go ahead and do that and tell everybody you know, tell all your friends. This show is Aquarius based, but we are talking to all of the zodiac signs. So even if you're not an Aquarius, you can still watch the show and get something from it. Also, one thing I want to mention, I haven't mentioned this yet. The intro music that you just heard was actually by my nephew. So check him out. His name is Juan Beats on TikTok. And yeah, he got some dope beats. So check him out and he can get you some tracks if you need it for whatever you have going on. And then you can catch the drip every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And yeah, we will go ahead and get started. So I have two lovely ladies who are joining me tonight on this show. And one of them is an Aquarius like me. Her name is Shana-Lee, and I'll bring her on here in just a moment. And I've been knowing her for quite some time now. It's been probably, I think, over 10 years, maybe at this point. It's been a while for sure. And just to read a little bit about her business and things that she has going on. She has Breathe and Excel 360. The website is breatheandexcel360.com. I'll have that within the description of this video for you to see as well. Her social media information is on Instagram, Breathe and Excel 360. And it is a quarterly subscription box that provides women an experience to take a moment for themselves by way of self-care. So make sure you check that out again. That is Breathe and Exhale 360. And I also have Teasie on. Teasie is one of my favorite cancers. I will get to this a little bit later on in the show, but I have a ability, I will say, to pick up on Cancer and Gemini energies, specifically Cancer. So yes, definitely excited to have them both on. I've been knowing Teasie for a long time too, probably about the same amount of time. So yeah, I will go ahead and bring them both on here now.
Hi.
Hello, ladies. How are y'all doing?
Just wonderful.
Yes.
Hey, awesome. Okay. So is there anything I left out or anything else you want to tell the listeners and watch the viewers about yourself before we get started? Okay.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So every episode, I try to mention a famous Aquarius so that people can kind of get a picture in their mind of like, okay, well, this person's Aquarius, that person's Aquarius. Kind of, I won't say put us in a box, but in a way, you kind of know what you're dealing with a little bit. So Shana-Lee, you actually, I had another person in mind, which I'll go ahead and say who the person was, but I'll mention two today on this episode. So originally, my person today was Kirk Franklin. His birthday is actually today. Yeah, he's an Aquarius. Yeah, Kirk Franklin is Aquarius. But I switched it after I saw what you posted today on Instagram, and it was Rick Ross. I was like, what? I had no, I thought he was like a Scorpio or maybe like Sagittarius. So I would have never thought in a million years.
His birthday is Saturday the 28th.
Really?
Yep, I know.
Never would have known. Every time I think of Rick Ross, I'd be in my mind, I think of that song. He'd be like, "They call me Big Meech." Yeah, I don't. I'm shocked. I had no idea he was an Aquarius. So just to give a little bit of background before we get started here, Teasie, I don't know if you want to share your Instagram handle. Probably not, because I know you said you didn't want to give too much information. But
oh no, you can share it. I mean,
you
can share it.
I can. Okay.
Add at your own risk.
Yeah, add it at your own risk. So it's I am Teasie. So it's I am and then TEASIE. Hilarious. Yeah, it's funny. I'd be rolling like, and sometimes because I work from home, and so sometimes if I'm in a meeting and it's kind of boring or whatever, I just tap in. And I had to stop doing that because I'm like, they seeing me laughing and they asking me what I'm laughing. I can't do it. So yeah. So one thing that I wanted to ask you, Teasie, is so what is it with the? Well, I'll say from the information you told me, prior experience, not current, but prior experience with Aquarius. You say you got some receipts on us, like of
Crazy.
you said crazy for real. I've been called crazy a time or two, so I can't deny it.
Yeah.
Guilty. So in what way? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Let's say that the Aquarius that I have come across, I mean, they missing a couple of screws. Like, things
Really?
have to go their way. You're never
Mm.
wrong.
You said never
And when
wrong. Okay.
never wrong. It's always somebody else's fault.
Oh, no, it's somebody else's fault. What?
It's always somebody else's fault. Y'all didn't do anything. You're perfect.
What?
You're an
And that's
angel.
it. Not an angel. I mean, now I will say, if I truly believe that I'm right about something, it's hard for me to back down. But I will admit if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But if I don't think I'm wrong,
Yeah.
I might not.
That part. It's that
like
part.
pulling
Right?
teeth. I might not say I'm wrong if I don't really believe I am. But
Then there's no in between. Y'all go from 0 to 100. You either gonna be
Now-
mellow or you just gonna take out. I'm like,
yeah, now that is true. That is true.
yeah.
And that's why, I always say, I think that's one of the reasons why I click with Geminis, because they always get such that bad rap for the twins of the, both sides. And I think, to me, this is how I look at it. A Gemini is nothing but an intensified Aquarius. They like just off the chain. To me, that's how I look at it. It's like they not as chill. They probably going to be more, just like you said, the opposites. They're going to give you probably extreme opposites of what Aquarius would give you. So when they get in their little mood, Gemini be like, okay, hit me up when you done with when your twin go back away. Call me when your twin go away.
Right.
Because I got a twin too, and then our twins might be battling.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Crazy.
Right.
Oh that is too funny.
So okay, so I got to ask you this then, Teasie. So what in relationships or even friendships, whatever? So what are you speaking of Aquarius people from a relationship standpoint, or friendship, or both?
A relationship standpoint.
Really? So see, I'm telling you, it's something to that energy, because have you been with like more than that one Aquarius guy?
It was one and done.
Oh, really?
Well, at that time, it was one.
Oh, at that time, not now, but okay.
Not now.
Well, he's just a bad, he's just a bad apple.
He messed it up for everybody. Well, so I thought.
Oh no, that's not good. That's okay. So from a relationship standpoint, so one thing I got to ask you was, how was the communication in that relationship? Because that's one, every sign has their toxic trait, and don't, you correct me if I'm wrong, but the toxic trait that I always hear, and Shana-Lee, you let me know if you agree too. Well, both of y'all let me know if you agree about Cancers is y'all are very in touch with your emotions, but almost to a fault. Like y'all are like extremely emotional. But I don't see you being that way though. To be honest, I don't really see you being that way.
Me personally, now we are emotional, but I don't, the whole crybaby. We're not crybabies. This is the thing.
Yeah, and I don't think, and I don't mean that. I don't think that Cancers are crybabies, but I think when y'all feel something emotionally, y'all feel it.
We feel it,
and whoever you with, you gonna make them feel it too, even if they don't want to feel it. It's like you coming with me. We feeling this together.
Blessing and a curse, I would say.
Yeah,
can
yeah,
occur
yeah.
because we are in tune with our emotions, and once we feel something's off, it's off. We can
Mhm.
pick up on your energy. We can
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
just tell, like, no, we may not know what it is, but we know something is off.
Okay. So,
Um,
okay, so that brings me to something else. So cancers, I will say they are very intuitive. I'll say they're probably like one of the most intuitive signs. Y'all pick up on a
Mhm.
lot of stuff you do. But I gotta say this.
oh Lord,
Sometimes I think y'all be manifesting stuff that ain't there. Sometimes. And this what I mean. This what I mean by that. Because like I could say, or if I believe I have a funny feeling about something, and if I say it enough, then it's gonna happen
It's gonna happen.
because I'm speaking it, I'm thinking it, I'm living it. So so I think, don't get me wrong, y'all are extremely really, I go ahead and give y'all props. I think really out of all of the signs, y'all probably are the most intuitive.
we are.
Mhm.
Yeah, y'all are. Yeah.
we are.
Y'all are very intuitive. I will give you that. You are.
we are.
Yeah. So, but I'm just curious from a relationship standpoint, um, uh, were there communication breakdowns or issues? Because the Aquarius toxic trait that I've heard, especially for guys, is we don't know how to open up emotionally, or we don't communicate, or you never really know where we're coming from, or Shana-Lee, have you heard that as a
Yeah,
female
even as
too?
a female, right?
Really?
When
Okay.
it comes to emotions, before I met my husband, right, I think it was always a communication. Like, what you
Mhm.
mean? Like, if I get upset, like how Teasie was saying, it's 0 to 100. It took a minute to get to that 100,
Yeah.
and you gonna
Right.
feel it. Like,
Yeah.
you gonna
Yeah.
feel it. So I'm
Yeah.
ready. Let's box. Like, I'm ready for it. Right. So I know for me, I've always heard that, like, oh, I don't know where I stand with you. Um, how do you
Mm.
feel? Like, and I'm like, if I'm spending time with you, in my mind, I must like you. Like, why do I need to actually like express it and say it? And
Exactly.
I mean, okay, yes, I get, like, and then if it rises to the occasion, like, oh, I love you, okay, I get that. But I mean, why do I have to constantly be telling you that? Like, like, I don't get that part.
Yeah.
But once I met my husband, because he's a Cancer and because they are in tune with their emotions, that kind of did break me down in the sense of, okay,
Huh.
I do need to communicate my feelings. I do, before I get to 100, let's work on this communication. When we were going through premarital counseling, that's one thing the pastor talked about was communication. So, we even had to work on our communication in our marriage and everything. Just, me being more vocal about, okay, because he'll ask me, like, how do you feel about that? I'm like, what do you mean how I feel about that? Like,
Right.
I mean, and like that was just like weird for me and awkwardness. But now, we've been married for 5 years. Now I'm used to it. So now I'm like, how do you feel about it? Now I've picked up that trait and I'm
Right.
asking people, like, how do you feel about it? Let's talk about it. Let's dissect
Right.
this. And it's like, oh my God. And I know I was not like that how many years ago. So,
That's that's
yeah.
interesting. So do you think, Shana-Lee, that like kind of like how you just said, you've taken on some of his I guess maybe want to talk it out, like that kind of
Talk,
energy. Has he
yeah.
also taken some of yours too, where maybe he might be a little bit more reserved now, or is he still the same?
Sometimes, because it's a very much energy based in our household. Okay, we know when each other when we ain't
Something is
feeling each
off.
other. Yeah, exactly. So, we learned, like, he has learned, like, okay, if I do need a time to, calm down and everything, he gives me that space. I'm not, he was one
Mm.
not like, let's talk about it now, and I'm like, no, I'm not ready to talk about it. So it's like we've like
Yeah.
kind of compromised and found like our middle ground of having those, having conversations when we need to have it. Like, okay, it probably won't go as long, but it's like, okay, let me just cool off, or or even for him, like, let him get his words together for us to come together and have a
Right.
conversation.
Because y'all, I can't imagine, and I'm sure you do because what marriage doesn't, but I can't really imagine y'all arguing because y'all both seem so like chilled and
So,
like laid back. So I can't even imagine y'all getting into an argument.
yeah, we don't argue like very often, but I think it was more like in the beginning, when it's like it's new and we're trying to figure
Figure it out.
this whole thing
Yeah.
out. So but no, we do hardly argue and everything. Usually we come and talk to each other before it gets to that point. I think when we first got married, it was getting to that point, but now we've learned how to let's have conversations before it gets to that point, before we get upset or anything. Yeah.
Okay. And Teasie, how about you? How do you handle conflict in relationships? And well, I guess in a way that you think maybe is attributed to being a Cancer.
It depends. It depends.
Okay.
Because if it's something I've already expressed to you and the issue has gotten resolved, I will shut down. I know Cancers, we will shut down.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
We'll shut down. We'll shut everybody out. I don't care if you walking in front of me naked, I ain't gonna say nothing to you. That's just we will shut down. But
yeah,
I know. Oh, we shut down.
I'm replaying situations with Cancers in my head, and I'm like, yeah, that's true. That's true.
We will shut down. But I mean, that's why I say it depends. If it's something that's not too bad, like, okay, come on, let's talk about this. Or else if I'm heated, let me have my moments. Let me calm down. Because our mouths can be ruthless.
Yeah. Yeah. I've caught it a few times.
Can be ruthless.
Yeah.
So look, it just depends. It depends on what emotion we feeling at that time.
What's funny about that to me is I feel like the danger or I just say the danger of that with being with an Aquarius is, and I'm keeping it real on this show. I'm not trying to paint Aquarius to be perfect. We are probably, and I say Cancer, y'all got that petty spirit too sometimes.
Oh yes,
but an Aquarius, woo! But I tell you, cut off game. I mean, if you piss me off bad enough, it's like I don't even know you. Like I just don't. Like who are you? Like, but it takes a lot to get me to that point. And so that, like you were just saying, the example of like you just not talk to the person, like you don't say nothing to them. So an Aquarius, sometimes the toxic part of us, we'll take that as a game. We'll be like, oh, okay, we're not talking. And then it'd be like, okay,
sure
we just gonna see how long this gonna last.
Activate 2 players.
Right.
Who can play this game?
Yeah, until one of us, and a lot of times I would say out of the two, Cancer probably would be more rational and say, okay, what's going on in the situations that I've experienced. You like, not me. Not this one. Hey, I mean, it's true. It's true. I mean, it's just kind of how I feel. But yeah, I know what I was gonna say. So another thing about Cancers and Shana-Lee and Teasie, y'all both can weigh in on this. I feel like, so it's kind of a double-edged sword a little bit with y'all on this. When y'all when Cancers give you their word on something, you can pretty much take it to the bank. Y'all are like very, like what you mean, you say, I mean, like very dependable, very reliable people. But
oh goodness.
When it comes to making a decision about, it depends on what mood y'all are in. Because y'all will say something on Tuesday and you mean it. And if all of that Tuesday, if that's what you're feeling, But then you might come back on Thursday and be like, well, now I don't want to do that. But it's like you just said Tuesday. That's
Right. We are very indecisive. I will say we are very indecisive. Yes, we are.
Yeah, and I'm not no astrology expert, but I will say I feel like for a Cancer, probably the most toxic sign for y'all would be a Libra. And the reason why I say that, you think so too, or no?
Yes, and that's all I attract.
Really? Are you serious?
Yes,
Is Libras?
I am not them October Libras at that.
Really?
I had to ask, do I have a sign on my forehead? Jesus.
I think that's a toxic situation because to me, Libras are also very indecisive. Or they kind of, maybe not indecisive, but they weigh in people's opinions a lot, sometimes too much, I feel like. And I don't think the Cancers necessarily weigh in people's opinions, but on the outside, it could look like the same thing because it's like both of y'all might not be making a decision right away, or it might be changing your mind a lot. So I've always thought that's kind of funny to me. I was like, I just wouldn't suggest that a Cancer and a Libra hook up.
Do not
I just
recommend.
don't.
Do not recommend.
Like me and certain signs, like I like, so like Capricorns and Taurus as friends, great. But as far as a relationship, I don't think I could do it because Capricorns, they just, more so Capricorns and Taurus, I think they're so cut and dry and they don't have no filter. And then you catch me on the wrong date and we both ain't got no filter. And then and it's about to be fireworks.
4th of July came early.
Right. I just can't do it. Can't do it. But yeah. So speaking of that, if y'all had to pick, what would be, give me 2 signs that you feel you are most compatible with. And Shana-Lee, I understand you have to say Cancer. If you do not, right. I'm telling you, if Cancer is not one of them, you should say Cancer.
Look, please say that. Please say Cancer.
But if you had another one, friend-wise, whatever, that you feel is compatible, and then also your 2 least compatible signs, and this could be whatever realm, friendship, dating, whatever. Like, what would you say?
It's kind of funny because when my husband and I started dating, I looked up, like, are we compatible? Like, what's going on? And they actually say for Cancer and Aquarius, romantically, we have a lot of opposites. We're not compatible, but the areas where we are compatible, it was basically saying like that's the area you need to focus on. And where Aquarius and Cancer link up in that we're both very loyal people and family oriented, right? So, which is very true. My husband is very much family oriented and we both are loyal. So those are the areas that, if anything, we focus on. Because TV shows, opposite, like it's a lot of opposites over here, but it's okay.
But it works.
But it works, right? Exactly. It works. It definitely works. That it's not something that draws a wedge or anything like that between us. I don't know what I'm least compatible, because I feel Aquarius, we get along with everybody. So I don't know, because I think we're
like for the most part,
like I don't know what is the least, but with you, like Geminis and Libras, I click with. Like
Libras are pretty cool. I click with
we
them too.
We just click, but I don't know what signs least compatible, or like even friendship wise, because I'm thinking about like all my friends, and I got Virgo friends. I don't know, because I just feel like we cool like that. Like
right. What about you, Teasie?
Capricorns. I get along with Capricorns, believe it or not. They
Really?
say they are
Okay.
perfect matches with Cancers anyways, because we're total opposites. But Capricorns,
Okay.
and Leos.
Yeah. Okay. So that could be part of the reason why I feel like I like instantly click with you too. So I'm not into the whole like, how I don't know if y'all heard people say your moon and your rising sign and all that.
Oh yeah.
So I just looked it up because I figured, well, since I'm doing this show, I ain't want nobody to come on here and embarrass me and ask me, and I didn't know what it was. So
I
I
looked
was like,
mine
let me
up
look.
too.
You did? So what's your
Mine was shocking.
what is your moon and your rising?
My moon is Aquarius.
Hey.
Aquarius.
Really?
Yes,
Really?
I laughed so hard when I saw that. I was like, interesting.
That's funny. So what is your rising?
Sagittarius.
Oh.
And I was like, I got
That's an
a
interesting
crazy
mix.
mix. Yes.
I
was like, that's a crazy mix because I can't stand Sagittarius. That was the least compatible. Especially for a relationship.
Really?
Do not recommend. Recommend.
That's interesting. So since so both of mine, and I thought it was a mistake. I still don't know if I did it right. But my moon and my rising is both Leo. Yeah, it's both of them are Leo. So I thought that was funny when you said that. But so seeing as how like Aquarius, okay, so you have Aquarius moon and Sagittarius rising. I think Aquarians and Sagittarians are alike in that they both like their space. So I'm curious, are you like that sometimes in relationship? You'd be like, okay, you cool, but like I need, because I think Cancers are like that too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm moody.
Shana-Lee like, yes.
any guy that I date, or any guy that I date, I let him know up front. I am moody. I have moments where I do not want to be bothered. I will put my phone on do not disturb. I will sit there and look at my phone ring and not answer it. I don't want to be bothered. I want to lay in my bed and watch TV.
Hey, and I feel like if you tell people that, they can respect it and they know how to act accordingly. They know like, okay, this is something I can deal with.
Right. They're like, okay, she'll throw it out. We know she don't like to be bothered.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, that is so true. I totally agree with that because I think that's one of the reasons why my husband and I do work, because I like my space and he likes his space. So we're not the couple that you're gonna always see together, because I'm like, we're good. I'm going to do my stuff. He does his stuff, and then we spend time together. We love coming together with just us, though. So that I completely agree with that. And then, and I know before when I was dating, that would be a problem for some guys because they were like, well, what did I do? And it's like, it's nothing that you did. I want me. Like, I don't need
you.
Right.
24/7.
This all the time. Like,
because you're going to get on my nerves.
Yeah.
Right.
So, exactly. Yeah.
Huh. That's what's up. Okay. And so you said, so Teasie, you said your Libras are the ones that always come after you, but what you say Capricorns are the ones that you click with the most. Huh. That's interesting. Okay.
Capricorns and Leos. Capricorns and Leos.
Nice. Okay. So I know we talked a little bit about toxic traits, and I was saying like the things that I've heard about Cancers and even Aquarius. So I want to ask both of y'all, if in your shoes, being your sign, what would you say you think the toxic trait is if somebody had to pick one for Cancer and for Aquarius?
I would say I know for this Cancer, we are once you cross us, it's no coming back. I mean, we are nice, we're loyal to the end. I tell you, when you have a Cancer friend, you trust me, you have a friend to the end until you cross us. But when you cross us, we are Lucinda, Chucky, Annabelle. You do not want that mixture. You will be on fire.
Not
and we will not spit on
not
you.
Lucinda, Chucky, and Anna, but all of them.
Yes,
With the
all
good
of
guy
them.
suit on and everything.
we are all of them. We are an enemy you do not want.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. And see, and the funny thing is, I think Aquarius is kind of like that too.
Yeah.
The only difference is an Aquarius, and I don't know if this is the petty side of us or this is just we just get along with. I don't know. Aquarius can cut people off too, but in a group setting, you would never know that I cut that person off. You would never, and it's not like I'm giving extra energy to be nice. It's just like I'll be cordial with you. I don't have no reason to be, but hanging out, talking. No, we're not.
Right.
But I feel like a Cancer, you gonna know. Like,
Oh,
they
y'all
ain't
gonna
gonna say
know.
nothing.
You
You
gonna
gonna
feel
know.
that. I'm not gonna say nothing. I cannot like I will sit in the same room with you, won't even look your way, won't look your direction, won't even speak to you, will speak to everybody but you. How y'all doing?
Like, did she speak? No, she didn't.
And I am not going to speak.
Woo. Okay, so you would say that's
you're
it.
gonna feel it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's how it's
Yeah,
done.
but I think, and again, much like Aquarius too, I think that Cancers are very, because y'all are so loyal, and I think Aquarius is pretty loyal too. And I think that's one thing we really share in common is that we both signs, I feel like, in relationships, we take a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so by the time we get fed up with taking, it's
done.
it's a wrap. That's it.
Jesus himself can come down and talk to me.
Right. I'm just gonna have to miss my blessing.
Right. You're gonna send me on down to the hell gate.
Right.
Not the hell gates.
Yeah.
Will you come? I will.
I will. Because I'm not taking that one back. No.
Right.
That's funny. Okay, so Shana-Lee, what would you say is Aquarius' toxic trait?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think once we decide, because I think with Aquarius, because we're so loyal, when it gets to the point that we decide it's enough and we don't want to deal with you no more, it's a wrap. It's no coming back. Like, it doesn't matter who try to talk to us. Doesn't matter if, who trying to convince us. It's like, no, I've already decided. I think we're very much, once we make a decision, it's the decision.
That's it.
It's no.
Yeah.
And it could be about anything. It don't even have to be about relationships. Like, this is what I'm doing.
Going to McDonald's.
Right. Exactly.
That's what we going.
And I think sometimes, I think that sometimes can be seen as a toxic trait, because then people feel like you're not budging. It's like, well, I've already thought, because I think as Aquarius, we think through every situation. We've already analyzed it. We've explored it. We've seen the other side. And if we are going to talk about it, we've already talked about it with the people that we choose to talk about it with. So I think sometimes that could be seen as a toxic trait, in the sense of we're not budging. We're not budging. So So yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see it. I can definitely see that, because I feel like I'm not an argumentative person. And especially in a relationship, if you can get me to argue, then you still got me to an extent. Because or I still have love for you, because I can even be broke up, and he's, if I feel like, still getting to argument with you, then you kind of got me. But if we break up and like you can't even get me to argue with you, then at that point it's like, oh, I'm gone. At that point, it's like
it's a done deal, baby. Just gone. Gone on about your business, baby. Sayonara.
Right. Exactly. Because sometimes they try to bait you too, and it's like, nah, yo. Okay, I hear you. Goodbye.
Right. And that's it.
Line be God bless. God bless.
God bless.
God bless. God bless. God bless. God bless.
you know when you receive it, it's like it's something underneath that.
Yep.
God bless it. Don't
God bless.
feel
Yes.
blessed in
That's
life.
how it's gonna come out.
I love it. I love it. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. So Shana-Lee, I'm just curious, just to go back to the dynamic with the Cancer and Aquarius. I know you mentioned you had kind of like looked up some of your compatibility traits and, the loyalty, family. Was there anything that y'all ended up having in common that shocked you, or that maybe you didn't expect from him being a Cancer that y'all had in common?
I wasn't expecting, honestly, because I knew there were an emotional sign that he would be clingy. So that it did surprise me that he wanted his space, that he wasn't up on me. I was like, oh wow, really? Because I just assumed with them being so in tune with their emotions, the clinginess was going to come. It's like, I love this, like
Get the jackpot,
right? So I appreciate that. I know one I had to get used to, and I don't know if it's just my husband, but sometimes he'll just sit, watch TV and be in silence, and I used to be like, "Are you okay? Like, is anything wrong with you?" And he's like, "No, I'm just chilling or relaxing." So sometimes they can get quiet, and at first I would, I was kind of taken back because as an Aquarius, we can be talkative and we can be ready to go all the time when we need to. So I was like, oh, okay. So I had to get used to that and realize like there's nothing wrong. He just deep in thought, or not even deep in thought. He just relaxing,
enjoying our peace.
Right. Okay. I love it. Okay. So if y'all are ready, I will go ahead and start this game that I was telling you about. So for those that are watching for the first time, this is a game called Dead in the Water. And the way it works is it's a this or that rapid fire answer type of game. And you answer by saying the one that you would throw in the water, basically the one you don't want if you had to pick one. Some people have said both, so it's okay to say both. Like if you feel like I don't like neither one of them, you can say I'm throwing them, both of them away. That's cool too. So so that is okay if that's if that's how you feel. So we will go ahead and get that started. I'm trying to see who's gonna go first. I think let's see, Teasie, I think I might have you go first.
Oh no.
Huh?
Oh Lord.
It's not bad. It's bad. Now I try to tailor the questions to like how I know y'all to okay. All right, so here we go. Let's see. All right, so if you had to pick between sense of humor or saving sense, which one would you pick? And this is from a relationship perspective. So like a guy that you into, do you want him to have more of a sense of humor or more of a business sense about money?
Business sense. Saving sense, babe.
Oh, that's the one. Wait, so you throwing away the sense of humor? You really? Okay.
I got enough. I got enough for both of us.
Hey.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, let's get to this money.
Right?
Hey, I'm with you. Okay. All right. So sense of humor, hitting the water. All right. So next one: good sex or good conversation? Which one you throwing away?
Conversation.
We can talk later.
We can work through that. We can work.
Okay, because I can't be with nobody with no bad sex, honey. No.
That's a no-go. Okay.
No.
Okay, so that one, that good conversation hit the water quick. Okay, Janet or Beyonce? Who you throwing away? I'm with you. I'm with you on that, and I don't care about the beehive. And I mean,
me either.
I like Beyonce. Don't get me wrong; she is great. But I mean, you can't. Beyonce studied Janet, so I mean,
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I'm with you.
Beehive don't come for us.
And if y'all do, I clap back. I clap back.
Yeah, you don't. I'm gonna tell y'all this, Beehive, y'all don't want to come for Teasie because she will sting all of y'all's asses right back. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Do not.
Right.
Be ye still.
Don't do it at all. Don't do it. So yeah, Teasie, you 3 for 3 because usually I kind of play along as I'm making up the questions, and you saying pretty much everything I would say too. So this one I can't relate to, but I just thought it'd be funny to put it in. So, new boo or new purse? Which one you throwing away?
Okay. Throw away new boo. No, throw away new boo. Throw away new boo. Okay, I'm okay with myself.
Okay. Throw away the boo. Oh, okay.
I love me a good purse. Yes.
Sorry, dude. Y'all just lost out. I mean, hey, first one. Okay, and then this is the last one. So it comes to dudes that you like, tatted or suited. Which one you throwing away?
Ooh, now this hard. This is really hard. This is because I love me a good chocolate tatted man, but I also love a man that can wear a good suit.
Oh, okay. So you like both.
That's what I like. I do. I like both. Ooh. You know what? I can always get him a suit. Give me the tats.
You can put a suit over the tats. Sorry. So suited, y'all hitting the water. That's it. Y'all out. Oh, that's too funny. Okay. So Shana-Lee, that's your turn.
Okay.
All right. So travel or meditation?
I'm gonna throw away the meditation. I love me to travel. I love to travel.
Okay, I thought you was gonna say that.
See the world.
Because you can meditate when you get to
when I get to the
right.
Exactly. When I get to the country, I can meditate.
Right. Okay. Keep calm or pop off?
Ooh, I'm gonna say it depends. It depends, but I'll go ahead and pop off in the water. I'll do the keep calm.
Okay.
Keep calm. If I need to pop off, depending if it's family,
drag it back out the water.
Right. Exactly.
With that fish net, pull it back in.
Exactly.
Not the fish net.
Right. Okay. All right. So stiff decisions or stiff drinks?
Ooh, I love me a good drink, honey. We gonna throw the decisions because we can make decisions while we drinking. It's okay.
Drinking, okay.
Hey.
Right.
Hey, I like your thinking. See, y'all giving the same answers I would have gave. All right. So this might be a hard one. I don't know. Jodeci or Boys to Men? Who you throwing away?
Listen, I love me some Boys to Men. The 4 of them, all 4 of them.
Yeah, the original. Yeah.
The original Boys to Men. I love some Jodeci, don't get me wrong, but growing up, Boys to Men, Bended Knee, I'll Make Love to You. That's my song.
Okay,
they got the bedroom classes.
Right.
Yeah, they do.
Exactly.
Okay, so you throwing Jodeci in the water?
I'm throwing Jodeci in the water, yeah.
Really? See, I think if I had to pick, I like them both. I might have to throw Boys to Men in the water.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know, because Jodeci had some hits back in the day.
They did.
Yeah. But Boys to Men did too.
Yeah.
They did too. Yeah. It could go either way. All right, so this is the last one. Talk it out or leave me alone.
Listen, leave me alone. Okay, let me think through some stuff. Okay, then we can talk it out. Okay, so I'm gonna talk it out in the water. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Okay, all right. But no, I would. You know what? No, I'm gonna change my answer because the old me would say leave me alone, but the new me, I would say let's talk it out because that's what that's what my husband gonna want to do, is talk it out. So,
Yeah.
So you kind of be into that a little
Yes.
bit. Okay, that's good. That's a good
Yeah.
thing. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we close out here, if y'all could give a word of advice to somebody dealing with your sign on any level, friendship, and you can break it down if you want it to be too. Like if you want to say, okay, this is what you should do for, you know, Cancer as a friend versus Cancer as a relationship, that's cool too. But what would you tell somebody, or what advice would you give them? Shana-Lee, you can go. You can go first.
I would say, as far as friendship or even romantic, if you have an Aquarius, we're in your corner. You don't gotta question it. We're in your corner. And know that, but you're not gonna push over on us, but we in your corner.
Right. Don't put us in the corner.
Let them have that disclaimer.
Right.
But the fact that we're in your corner, you know, we chill, we cool, we, you know, it's not a lot of thinking. You don't have to overthink with Aquarius. I don't think. I think we're straight shooters, so we cool. We go with the flow. So don't overthink with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Teasie, what would you say for Cancer?
I mean, I would just say for our relationships, we take our relationships to heart, because like we are very giving. We're loyal. We're very giving. Like, you need us, we're there. The only thing I will say, please be honest with us, because we are big on honesty. Because once you cross us, once you cross us,
that is true.
good is dead, and there ain't no coming back.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. And it's funny because it's funny you say that, because I feel like, I don't know if this is an Aquarius thing or this is a Carlos thing. So this is gonna sound crazy, and I'm probably kind of putting myself out here a little bit by even saying this. Honesty is not something that it's not top of my list of what I value in a relationship. And the reason why is because I feel like in my head, all people lie. So my thing is, as long as you can go to sleep at night with a good conscience, I can too. I'm good. Like now, that doesn't mean that I'm out here lying. You know, I tell the truth and stuff. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I just think everybody lies until, you know, at least, especially in the beginning. Like,
in the beginning, everybody lies.
Yeah. In the beginning, like that's when you
lying.
Still, it's like 90-day probation period. I mean, it's like you don't really get the real person, I feel like, you know, in the very beginning. But I do agree with you, though. I do think Cancers really do value honesty. And yeah, when you break that, that's hard to come back from.
Yeah.
I can't trust you. And once you lie to me, I can't trust you. So no.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, so there you have it. Y'all got y'all advice. So don't do it. And Beehive, don't come for Teasie, because she gonna get you.
I'm telling you, because I'm gonna clap back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clap back. I'm gonna turn into Lucifer, little sister Lucinda, and I'm gonna clap back.
Lucinda and Chucky and Annabelle, all of them, all three.
That's so funny.
I love it.
Oh my goodness.
Well, thank y'all again both so much for coming on. I really, really appreciate it, for real. And just another reminder, for those who may be just now tuning in, make sure you all go check out Shana-Lee's business, Breathe and Exhale, on social. On IG, it's Breathe and Exhale 360, and it's a quarterly subscription box that provides women an experience to take a moment for themselves by way of self-care. So if you're looking for something for self-care, make sure you check that out. And again, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not already done that. And go ahead and leave your thoughts, leave your comments, you know, anything. Just let us know what you think. And then catch the drip, or catch the episodes, new episodes every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And yeah, y'all have any closing remarks or anything y'all want to say before we close out? Okay. No. All right. Well, thank y'all again. I really, really appreciate it. This is This has been one of the funniest episodes that I've
Yeah.
recorded so far. But yeah, I had a good time. But yeah, thank y'all again.
You're welcome.
You're
All
welcome.
right. And thanks everyone for watching. All right.